Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Rosie, and you're listening to My Intrusive Thoughts. Welcome to another episode. Oh my god. First of all, it's been almost a year, actually more than a year, since I last put out an episode. And to tell you the truth, I was not planning to go off the radar, just like completely disappear off the grid. But a lot has happened in the last year and a half, I think almost. And but anyways, here I am today. So I've been trying to think of actually not think of. I've been trying to just put myself into that mindset, like find the muse, find the energy, find the motivation, I should say, to record an episode, but it was not coming to me. And there are several reasons for that. So I think it sounds like an excuse at this point, but let me just get down to it. I know that it's probably none of anyone's business, but I just want to really talk about this right now. So the last time I put out an episode was right before the 7th October situation happened in Gaza, and that really took a toll on my mental health. And to say that is just, literally, it's just a drop in the ocean of what people living there must be feeling to this day, because whatever happened on the 7th of October just did not stop there. As much as we all hoped and wished and still wish, it is an ongoing genocide, and it has really affected everyone around the world. We've seen horrors beyond our imagination, horrors that have been normalized to an extent, and things that you would not even see in horror movies, without a warning. And, you know, people reassuring you that, oh, it's all just, fiction, because, oh God, things were bad, still are bad to this day. And I've been very vocal about this on my personal social media, and I think I've posted on the podcast Instagram page as well. But the more we raise our voices against the genocide happening in Palestine, in Gaza especially, and West Bank, all over Palestine, um, the better chances of these people getting their homeland back and having a voice and the freedom, a choice, a life, and safety. They deserve all of that. So, yeah, that happened. And due to that, I just, for a while, could not bring myself to do anything actually. I was like so overwhelmed with everything that was going on. And for a period there, I just lost interest in everything. Like, I lost my motivation. I lost the will to just do anything um fun, anything to pursue my happiness, because it just felt like it I felt guilty because the privilege I had of simply being in a house that was protected with my family, not having to worry about what the next second could be like in my life, what kind of devastation could hit me any moment, and all of that. So that really, put all my plans on hold. And even now, sometimes I'm just sitting and this thought just comes to me. It's a recurrent thing where I'm like, I just need to be grateful for the fact that I can enjoy my freedom, my choices. I can, just be without having to worry for my life or my family's lives. And God, I just praying and hoping that, justice would prevail. Just hoping that these people will get to live in their homeland with their loved ones in their own homes, doing what they love doing, just existing, okay? And having the choice and having, the privilege of just enjoying a normal life. Also, I think I've talked about it on my social media, but I started my house job, which is a year long training in a hospital after you complete your graduation. Um, and yeah, so that's what's keeping me busy. Like for the better part of 2024, I was just at the hospital. It's called a house job because that's literally your home. And you are supposed to spend almost like 70% of your time there. Yeah, and that's how it is because you're literally doing 24-hour calls. You're doing 36-hour calls at times as well. So it was hectic. Like that's one word for it. And I'm actually still doing it, but like I'm in my last rotation, which means so basically we have to do like four different rotations in different departments of the hospital. So I did general medicine, I did general surgery, and I did gynecology, and now I'm doing psychiatry. So yeah, and I'm probably gonna be doing an episode talking about all of those because whoa, it was it was a handful. Okay, every rotation, like after every rotation, I felt like I was a different person. I learned so many new lessons, and a lot happened. Yeah, I got to meet some amazing people, some work besties. Like, yeah, I went through some traumatizing things as well. Um, and I guess one of the biggest things that happened in 2024 for me was my uncle passed away. God bless his soul. May he rest in peace. He was battling with acute myeloid leukemia, and yeah, the better part of 2024 was also spent taking care of him, doing blood runs, and just a lot of, yeah, a lot of going to the hospital, um, blood transfusions, and just keeping count of his cells and stuff. So, yeah, and that itself was as traumatizing as it was. I felt like it was life changing in a way because watching your loved one slowly deteriorate and knowing that you can't do anything about it is just, I don't wish it upon anyone. And he lived in a good life, I think, and he was satisfied with himself, and I think that matters. The fact that um, he was satisfied with where he was, what he'd done in life, and I'm just glad that I could be there to help him. Honestly, I don't want to tear up right now. God, talking about it always just, it's still new, it's still fresh. So yeah, that happened, and then obviously I needed time to recover from that, and then I had to travel. I was out of country for a while. um I performed umrah, which has always been an amazing experience. This was my second umrah, mashallah, and um I don't know, just one of those things that I feel like it cleanses your soul. It helps you kind of reboot. And I mean, I remember starting 2023 like that. I was in Medina at that time, and it was just a spiritual, wholesome experience. And getting to experience that again was just, I'm so grateful. And I feel like a new person now. Like, I feel rebooted. I feel like I've spiritually cleansed myself, let go of all my problems and worries, and just, feeling like a refreshed version of myself. But honestly, the biggest reason that I have not been able to put out an episode was this bad habit that I've kind of like accumulated, grown into, I don't know what to call it, over the past few years, and that's called procrastination. All of you must be familiar with it. If not all, a lot of you probably, agree that this leech of a habit is very hard to give up on, and it's not a habit. I mean, like, it's just, I think at this point it's a personality trait for me, and that's not a good thing, Rosie. It's not, okay? So basically, I've been very distracted, obviously with a hectic schedule, um, going to the hospital, dealing with so many things during the day. When I come home, I feel like I'm always leached out of my energy and motivation and just like the will to live. Actually, sometimes like I come home and I just want to sleep. I just want to I just want to not exist. And I'm not saying it in like a depressing way. It's just I want to just disappear for a while so that I can just, recoup. I don't know. I just during gynae, I tell you not, I kid you not, I was so physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually just drained. And my schedule was like so hectic that all I did was literally get up in the morning, go to work, spend like 12 hours, 24 hours at the hospital doing surgeries, always washing up. Like I was always in the theater, literally. Or I was in the ward, or I was in the labor room, or I was, in the labor suit delivering babies. Like, oh my god, the amount of deliveries I've done, guys. Whoa. Yeah. Anywho, so that takes up a lot of energy, right? So I would come home and immediately I would just like drop in my bed and wake up the next morning not having had any lunch break or dinner break, or I did not have time to even sometimes wash, sometimes go to the bathroom. Like, I remember this one time I was checking up on one of my patients like urine output, because after surgery you gotta do that a lot. And I was looking through her chart and I realized that I have not gone to the bathroom in the past 12 hours. And I was like, whoa, girl. So I had to like voluntarily take a urine break because, girl, this bladder, it's thick skinned, okay? It just, wow. I was like, girl, just do your thing, right? But when you're stressed, I guess all of these things become um optional. Your brain's like, yeah, you could urinate, you need to pass that, but it's okay. You've got other better things to do in life. Um, and the constipation was bad. Okay, I get very constipated when I'm stressed, and yeah, my gut health was literally messed up. And it's too much information, I think, but it's my podcast and I talk about my intrusive thoughts, so I'm going to talk about this as well. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people can relate to this. Do you also get constipated when you're stressed? Obviously, there is a link between stress and constipation and all that. But yeah, I felt like, in the beginning, I felt shameful admitting to it, but now I'm like, oh, I've seen so much stuff, okay? Nothing is off the plate at this point. Like, and this is one thing that I've noticed. Like, oh my god, I just keep jumping from topic to topic. But yeah, let me just complete this train of thought. So, like, especially working in gynae, you have to ask very personal questions. You have to see a lot of personal things. And so I'm at this point like I don't feel any shame. It's part of the job, okay? It's not like I am unashamed or nonchalant about these things. I do feel shame. I understand, like, um, but professionally, one, I can't let those emotions get the best of me. And sometimes, like, in a professional setting, you're not supposed to be thinking about them in any other context that other than, medicine and health and, stuff. So, um, yeah, I feel like I just say these things and then I realize that, oh, for regular non medic people, this is not like something you would talk about in a group conversation in public. So, yeah, anywho, procrastination has been the bane of my existence lately. And I kid you not, I've been marinating in this whole anxiety of planning a podcast episode, finding out my equipment wherever it was, because like I had it all buried down, collecting dust in my drawers. I had to like hunt down everything so that I could set up this like my recording booth and stuff. So yeah, that was hectic. And also then just finding the will and power and the motivation to actually sit down and do it, and actually finding the time for that. And I kid you not, I've been sleeping next to all of this setup for the past 3 days. Yeah, this is how bad that was. Actually is right now even. I don't know. I'm recording this today and it's like, let me check the time. It's Wednesday, okay, 8th of January 2025. It's almost 12 in the morning. And I'm recording this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be editing this tonight. And it probably would not be going up on this, weekend. Probably the next week. I don't know. So, yeah, this is how bad I am right now. And, being self aware about that, it's just, it doesn't work. I don't know how that's supposed to make me feel better, but yeah, that's what has been up. Are we all caught up? I think, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're all caught up with 2024 and into 2025 right now. But anywho, hoping and praying that I can, sit down, find that motivation again. It's a new year, it's a new me, and I'm saying that with absolute responsibility and accountability that I will definitely get back into the habit of, recording and posting and stuff, get this podcasting going again, because honestly, this past year has been very hectic, and I kind of knew that I would not be able to juggle a hospital and my personal life because it was, yeah, I did not have a personal life. I did not even have the time to have a personal life. And I did not want to stress myself more than I already was, because, like, trying to sit down, come up with a topic, record, edit, because I do it all by myself, right? So I did not want to put myself through all of that, even though I could have. But yeah, I just wanted to focus on learning. And yeah, actually, one more thing, good things. I've talked about all the morbid, sad things that happened. A good thing was that your girl passed her license exam. So now I am a certified doctor who can practice legally in Pakistan. So yeah, there's that. Um, yeah, I'm trying to end this on a good note because it's just a catch up episode, just trying to let you know I'm not dead and that I'll be back with proper content soon. And yeah, life has been lifing. Wow, that was such a Gen Z thing to say. I'm turning 28 this year, which is okay, great, I guess. I don't know. The fact that I am in my late 20s now is just itself very surprising. Cause like in my head, I'm still like I'm turning 28 this year, right? And it's just like sometimes I cannot connect the dots because like in my head, I'm still, I don't know, 24, 23. I'm in, it's 2017 and I've just started med school, and I don't know. My mind cannot process these things. Maybe when I'm 35, I'm going to be looking back at this time and being like, "Oh, wow. 28 feels like yesterday," you know? But yeah, one resolution that I've had this year is to try and live in the moment. I had this very bad habit of like, putting things for tomorrow and just kind of like being like, oh, I cannot do this today. Let me do it tomorrow, next week, next year, blah, blah, blah. But after everything that has happened, one thing I've learned to respect, and that is time. If you have the time, if you have the privilege, if you have the opportunity, grab it, take it, pounce on it, okay? Because you may never know what could happen. And in the least morbid sense of the word. So, yeah, trying to take things um, at face value and, in real time, trying to live my life in real time. I feel like I was so hung up in the past during these last few years because of COVID, obviously. It was so hard to get out of that phase where you just felt stuck. Like, going from being caged and being locked up to normal life, the transition was really hard. and I just like jumped right into the most hectic phase of my life. That was my house job. So I still felt kind of hung up on the missed opportunities of the past, whilst not really paying attention to what was going on in the present. And that kind of messed me up, okay? So this year, we're gonna be living in real time, okay? In the present, in the here and now, and thinking about the future of, what I can do to make my present better and my future, even better. So, yeah, resolution number one. Another one that I've thought of is I just kind of have this thing where I'm able to, think about other people a lot. Like, I am the people pleaser kind of person, so always putting other people first. I was gift shopping the other day, and I realized that when it comes to other people, I'm so quick to like come up with things, but when it's about shopping for myself, I just draw a blank. Literally. And that just messed me up. So I've been deliberately trying to take time out and um going shopping by myself for myself, even though it's like very nerve-wracking because I just don't feel like I want anything for myself. Like, I hate spending money on myself. I hate buying myself gifts, but I'm like, girl, the first person that you need to love is yourself. You need to pamper yourself. You need to make yourself feel like a queen, before you expect other people to do that. So, this year is all about self love and self pampering, making yourself feel like a queen or a king. So, that's, another one. And I don't know why we're talking about resolutions right now, but like, see, this is accumulation of the past 1.5 years, so a lot is happening here. Bear with me. I think one more resolution that I've not thought of, but just thinking right now, is gonna be just taking risks and, dabbling into new things. I've just, become so, because I'm very anxiety prone and I hate doing things that are out of my comfort zone. Like, I do them. Yeah, I like trying out new things, but it's usually a reckless kind of thing, where I have to psych myself out first and I have to be like, whatever, just I have to put myself in that kind of mindset where I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. I'm not like doing it in a chill way. I'm not waking up and being like, oh, I could just, go on a long drive today and just, not be responsible for a day, not, just trying out new things. I could like bake something or cook something or learn a new instrument or read a new book. Like, I have to really psych myself up for these things. So that's one thing that I want to change. I just want to be more chill while doing new things, exploring new things, and not feeling like the world's gonna end any minute. Oh my god, Rosie stepped out of line, okay? She stepped out of her box, out of her comfort zone, so the world is gonna end any minute. That really wrecks me up, so I need to calm down. I know that it's gonna be a slow progress, but hopefully I can work on that. Work on my coping mechanisms, definitely. That one, God. I am such a cranky old lady. Like, when I was young, I used to think I'd grow up to be like a very bubbly sort of person, like, um, like Lou from Me Before You or something. But I've turned out to be Snape, okay? And oh God, like, I don't know. I'm a very I have a very resting bitch face kind of vibe. So I want to change that a little bit. I know it's a personality trait at this point, but we can work on this, Rosie, okay? You can make yourself a little more approachable, seem a little more friendly. You're not gonna bite, yeah? So let's look it as well. Let's just look the part that we're not gonna bite. So yeah, there's that. Um, wow, this was therapeutic. I have not talked this much to myself in a while, and this feels like home. Honestly, podcasting was so much fun. I had so much fun when I was doing it, and I'm so excited to jump back into it. Um, Definitely will be posting more reviews. I've been watching a lot of K dramas lately, so we'll definitely do a review sometime soon. I've been reading quite a few books as well in the meantime. Like, it's been taking so long. Like, I literally read 4 books in the last year. Yeah, shame on me. Because I had no time. Like, I was the girl who would finish like 1,000-page book in 2 days, or even a single read. But then that same girl, this girl, your girl, me, I've switched to like literally reading paragraphs in between, you know, duties, and in between like checking up on patients, versus when like, I'm sitting in the outdoor or before sleeping, and usually just like calm myself down after a hectic day and just transition into sleep, which is not a good idea, I think, because some of the stuff that I read is like, girl, calm down. Yeah, I'm into like dark, what do you call it, crime thriller sort of thing, so not the best read before bed, but it calms me down. I don't know. Yeah. So, hopefully my throat is giving up on me now. It's like, girl, stop. So I'm just gonna stop here, pause here, and hopefully become more regular with the podcast episodes. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you have any messages, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. Um, and I hope you've had a good year and you're having a good time. You're safe, you're healthy. I'll see you soon.